Hello and welcome to the fifth round of the CMB Artworks Track World Touring Car Championship USA Tour. Today we are at the fast and flowing Lime Rock circuit for two of the fastest races on the calendar. This circuit's going to pose a massive challenge with walls that are ready to bite you as soon as you make the tiniest mistake. Heading into this round, the championship has the potential to be turned on its head, with numerous big names missing from the paddock. AMS Mercs and Twisted Bliss both absent this time out, meaning Skunkai, McCollboy and Cream are going to be looking to move as far up the order as they can. Leading AM driver Stug in P10 is also missing this time out, so he could be about to lose his AM lead. He was already level with Track Knights, who sat there in 11th place. Mike as well is not here this time out, so expect to see some new names breaking into the top 15. The team championship's also set to be turned on its head, with both of the Iron Ladies cars missing, along with one of the Rapid Response Racing's cars. Therefore, Team DC have a real chance of leading here as the championship leaders. Fueled by JD also only have one car here today, so they might not move that far up the order. It's also getting close between the Misfits and TCR. That AM battle over P5 in the championship is still raging on. Just 24 points separate them heading into this weekend. Before we go racing, we need to find out exactly where everyone's going to be starting, so here's how they line up for race number 1. Track Flash took pole position with a 52.205, just over 4/10 clear of DOR Snake Eye. Track Laws is third with McCollboy 4th, leading AM drivers Track Knights in P5 with postcode Tom just a few thousandths of a second behind him. Hostile Badger and It's Creamed, along with Track Kraus, complete the clean runners, with MTG Hoodie completing the top 10. Skunkai's going to start this first race from outside the top 10, as he's Track Money, Track Sketch, and Track Sabine, who failed to complete a clean lap. Griffiths Maximus didn't get out in qualifying, as Shaw S91 and Sonic Trog both carry a penalty into this first race. So now we know where they're going to start. Let's head down to the grid and get ready to go for race number 1. So down to the grid, ready to go racing for the first of tonight's 2 races. Nice full grid at the moment. Remember, guys with penalties further down the order. Lights are on, out they go. Decent start from the front of the grid. Slow start from Nightmare in the middle of the pack. He looks like he's going to get out-dragged by a few of the Audis. Trying to force it 3 wide at the front. He heading towards turn number 1. Snake Eye's going to try and go around the outside in the 346 car. He's got a slide on there. Will he keep it on the grass? No, he's off on the grass, so he's going to be falling down the order pretty quickly, but it's Flash that leads at the moment. Lawless there in second place in the orange Audi. McCollboy's your top 3 at the moment, so you head through this complex section as you got, that looks like Badger and Sabine side by side. Looks like Tom's got himself into P4 at the moment, but the top 3 already have a bit of a breakaway on. So these guys are already trying to build a gap. Remember, mandatory pit stop in this feature race. They have to try and build some space to try and get back out. It's a really long transfer time at this track compared to the lap length. Only about 55 seconds for a lap, but at the moment it's Flash head in the field as he head down the hill and into the final corner to complete the first lap. Already side by side down the main straight, this is Cream. You got one of the DC cars at the front, the other one's trying to make up places quickly. A little bit of a touch there as Snake Eye's trying to make places as well, but Cream's got himself past the Team Tweaks car, and he's now setting his eyes firmly on the back of Hostile Badger in front. This is also Woody, he's trying to make places as well. Contact there with Snake Eye. That Honda's really not having a good run at the moment, but it's the Team Tweaks car that's got himself up. He's got Skunkai right behind him, so Skunkai trying to take the championship lead here tonight, with AMS Mercs missing. Badger going towards the grass early on. Looks like he's heading towards the wall of death. That's caught its first victim already, but Kraus, and they're going 3 wide into this corner. Bravery there. Cream backs out of it, and Kraus is the big winner there. One of the TCR cars is trying to get in this as well. These guys are not holding back in the early stage of this race. You wouldn't think it's a long one for these lads. They're fighting it out immediately. That's MTG Hoodie who's got himself up. So side by side into turn 1, that is Nightmare versus Sabine, front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive. You've got the leading AM driver as well in there. McCollboy has dropped off the back of the leading 2 at the moment, but Nightmare really trying to make up some place here. 3 AM drivers going at it nose to tail in towards the second sector of the lap here. That BMW really looks quick in this opening stages. Tom goes wide to clip the grass. It's going to be a place gained for Sabine there. Is Tom going to be able to come back at him? CMB Artworks car looks absolutely fantastic, on board with the BIKC Audis, uses all of the track, almost clips the grass there but gets away with it as they fire through this fast right-hander. The BM runs a little bit wide, the Audi's using all of the curb. He's thinking about throwing it down the inside. This will be brave if it can come off. He clips the curb, the car bubbles wide, they still hold it side by side. but that's not going to be the quickest line off there, so potentially it could bring Nightmare into this one. Look, he's locked in the rear wing, and they're going to go 3 wide in towards turn number 1. We've seen drivers do this already. It's not going to work. Tom goes deep in the corner. The other 2 go inside, and it's Sabine who still holds on to the place. Awesome driving from those guys, but Tom throws himself off the road. It seems like the longer this race goes on, the more drivers that get involved in this one. Cream is right in the back of Skunk Eye. These 2 quick drivers who've been towards the front of this series for pretty much the entirety of it. They're going down the main straight. You've got the 2 Chevrolets side by side. They're trying to pick up the pieces after Tom threw himself off the road. That looks like Killer Hoodie that's going down the inside of Kraus, trying to make the place, and he just about gets it. Now he's locked into the back of the BIKC Honda. Audi, and that is Cream going down the inside of Skunk Eye, trying to fend off the Audi. Audi's looking pretty racy at the moment. Creed tries it around the outside of Kraus in the Team Tweets cars, the 46 versus the 45. They're still side by side, but Kraus just about comes out the victor. They're a little bit slow through that section. Looks like Hoodie and the TCR car's gone a little bit wide, and it also looks like Nightmare's got him, he's got himself past Tom in the Audi. So awesome driving from those guys at the moment. 3 drivers nose to tail here in towards the fast right-hander before they head in the bridge. Lock up from the Chevrolet. That's going to allow Skunk Eye to fire it down the inside. Kraus, after a really good start early on, is starting to fall down the field here. He needs to try and pick it up, but it's Skunk Eye who comes up the winner of that battle. One guy is going to be trying to make up a load of places here. It's DOR Snake Eye. He had a really poor couple of laps to start with. His first target's MTG Sketch. Sketch keeps it on the road. That can't be said for Snake Eye there. That's left him under threat from Sean S91. Sean from the back of the grid gets 1 car before he turns in and tries to go around the outside of Sketch. Sketch will be able to hold them there. A little bit of contact. She goes a little bit wide there, but it's Snake Eye who's going to stick it back down the inside. So Sketch hanging on at the moment. Fantastic driving from the MTG Racing driver to keep hold of the position, whereas Snake Eye now losing the place to Sean S91. He's off the back of the grid. Snake Eye takes a lot of curb, a little bit of contact with, I believe that's Griffiths Maximus in the 13 car. He clips the wall. He'll be lucky if he hasn't got damage. He's dropping off the back of this one quite quickly. Woody in a 15 car in the silver Audi is right up under the rear wing of him at the moment. Looks like Sean's trying to go side by side with Sketch as they go into the fast right-hander. Yeah, the Audi's right down the inside. That's like Sketch is off at the moment as well. Sketch is off the road, comes back on. Are they going to be able to avoid contact? Just about. Back with his fight towards the front of the field. Tom with a little bit of a lock-up. He's trying to soak up some pressure from the TCR car. Cream's in there as well, trying to get around the outside now is Hoodie in the TCR car. Not quite able to do it. That means Cream has been able to get the place instead, but Tom now looking squarely at the back of WRT McCallboy there in the Mercedes, falling down the order at the moment. Looks like we've lost a place to Nightmare. That means Sabine's got through as well. So that Mercedes not going too well at the moment. I put Sabine up toward P3, I believe. But Cream now really fighting with the back of Killer Hoodie, who's got back in front of the Honda as he head in towards the right-hander there, the 45 car. Looking at the back of the 14. Tom goes a little bit wide. McCallboy kicks up the dirt as well on the Mercedes. Firing into the bottom corner. McCallboy's got back in front of Nightmare. Great driving from them to be able to get the place. Down the main straight though, the 14 car right under the rear wing of the 43 is looking to maybe go for a dive here. Cream feels a little bit racy. He's trying to look towards the inside, but nothing doing. Contact between the 14 and the 43 there as Cream is under pressure now from Skunk Eye as well. These guys really looking to try and get towards the front of the championship with Flash up at the front of the race. He's going to be scoring 300 points as Cream gets to position there. Oh, contact, and that's Hoodie off, Creamed off. They'll do well to keep this one out of the wall. Looks like he just about manages it, but this is Tom trundling down the pit lane now. He's going to come out. Let's have a look as the cars come past. There's Cream. There's Hoodie as well. So that overcut really hasn't worked for the BIKC driver, and he's lost quite a bit of time there. But that releases Cream. It releases Hoodie. There's Snake Eye as well, who's been through the pits. So that's really not worked out for the Audi. He's lost quite a lot of time. So back with the front runners. This is Sean. He's had a really good run at the moment. He heads in towards the pits, attacking the pit lane entrance, locks all 4 wheels up, and he now is trundling down the pit lane. One of the longest transit times we'll see. There's a few cars going through the pit through the main straight. The one we're looking for, though, we're looking for It's Creamed. There's Sketch going down the pit lane. That looks like Griffiths, as you've got another car attacking the pit lane entrance. I believe that's Badger. That looks like you've got McCallboy and Sabine going past there. So Sean's going to come out right in that fight. So there goes Creamed there, and he gets back out in front of Hoodie by the looks of it. So he's managed to split those two. There's the TCR car now. So Sean S91's come out and split these two. So he's in a really good position at the moment, despite coming off the back of the grid. So here's Snake Eye and Knights. They've been running quite towards the front, but they still both need to take their stops. So let's see if any of them are going to take the opportunities. They come through this bottom corner now. Pit lane entrance on the right-hand side. Snake Eye stays out, but it looks like Nightmare's coming in. He's not quite attacking the pit lane entrance as some of the other guys have in this race so far, but he trundles down the pit lane. He was running around about the same sort of place as Creamed was at the time he came in. That looks like we've got one of the Mercedes coming in. That sketch attack in the pit lane, about as hard as anyone else has so far. It looks like you got one of the Tweaks cars coming in as well behind. I believe that's Griffiths who clips the pit wall. There goes Sabina McCollboy, so there's second and third at the moment as Nightmare trundles down the pit lane. Cream's gone past, Sean's gone past, Hoodie's gone past, so he's going to come out in front of the battle of Tom and Snake Eyes. So that's gone pretty well for him. He's managed to stay away from that fight. So Lawler's now still running in second. Flash has quite a big lead at the front. He's still yet to come in the pit, but Lawless takes the option of going for it now. He knows he needs to cover off the guys that are behind him. He's got a few guys chasing him down about as hard as they're going to, so let's see whereabout he comes out. He did have a decent gap as he came into the pit lane, so there's a good chance he will come back out in second place, as we've got cars now filing down in towards the pit lane, so he's not going to worry about these guys. I believe that's Skunk Eye taking his option of a pit, and that's Lawless trundling down the pit lane. It is looking like he's going to come back out inside the top two. There's a few cars that are a lap down. I believe that's Sonic Trog and Trap Woody. You've also got Skunk Eye leaving the pit lane as well. You can just see him in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and he's going to come right out in that podium battle. He's split Cream and Sean. Sean just squeaks through as well, so Skunk Eye in a position to do some damage. So back with this fight towards the front. That's Sabina McCollboy going at it. You've got Creamed and Sean make contact. That's both the Honda and the Audi going wide. That's going to give Skunk Eye the opportunity to get through. So he came out of the pit into that fight, and it's really paid dividends for him. Looks like a few more cars have got through. I believe that was Hoodie who managed to get through the TCR car as well. I couldn't quite see it from in front, but you've still got McCollboy and Sabine nose to tail. BMW versus Mercedes. Front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive. So down the main straight, Knights versus Snake Eye. Both of them have managed to clear Tom. Looks like Flash is going to lap him as well. Then you've got Sonic Trog coming out the pit lane in the 69 car. Just gets into this fight as well. So this is awesome racing at the moment. The more cars that come through the pits, the more cars that join this fight. But it's still Snake Eye and Knights that are side by side. And Snake Eye gets the place. He's really recovering at the moment. The 346 car going really well as he heads down towards the fastest part of the circuit. I was like, Cream is trying to make up some places in the 45 car. He's got the 69 in front that's just come out of the pit. It's another TCR car for him to try and overtake as he heads through the fast right-hander now. He's going to try, maybe line him up for a move down the main straight. The Honda goes towards the inside. Looks really racy here. Going to try it in the final corner maybe. He's not quite brave enough to go for it there. Heads onto the main straight now. This is where the slipstream pays dividends. The Honda's going to get under the rear wing of the Chevrolet, but maybe see the Audi get in behind as well. That BRKC car's extremely close as there's Woody joining this fight as well. He comes out on the back of it. Looks like a bit of a touch there with the W8N Motorsport entry, but Cream now right on the back of Sonic Trog, who in turn is right on the back of Knights just in front of this battle. Knights fancies a move down the inside. Sorry, Trog tried to go down the inside there. Cream is feeling racy as well. He's going to try and go down the inside of Trog into the fast right-hander here. That tyre wall is extremely close. They're going to have to try and get it done before they turn in. Cream gets the place, so Trog backs out of it. Thinks better of it. Lives to fight another day. He's going to try and come back at him straight away, though, as you've got Woody and Tom are still fighting out a little just behind. That's going to be close as well. Knights goes a little bit wide on the exit of that corner. Just touches the grass. Maybe this is the chance for Cream to get past him. Down the main straight as Snake Eye kicks up the grass. I think Trog's just done it as well. He's run a touch wide, the 45 car on the 15, down the main straight, in towards turn number 1. Cream's going to try and get him under braking, but Knights is going to slam the door on him. Cream's pushing him, trying to get the place there, and the 45 car does go in front of the 127. That leaves him under threat now from the 69. The 69 car around the outside. This will give him the inside of the next corner. You've got those other two Audis in there as well. So Audi, Chevrolet, Audi. These guys are fighting as hard as they dare. None of them have to stop again yet. It's all down to it's all racing to the flag at this point in time. Now you've got Knight versus Trog, extremely close there. The W810 Motorsport car thinks about going down the inside, throws it down the inside, the fast right-hander. That was a brave or daft move. You can take your pick on that one, heading into towards the bottom corner. So a lap later, and these guys are still fighting. You've got Audi, Chevrolet, Audi. The Chevrolet, though, goes really wide. That might give Woody the opportunity that he needs to get the place here, put both Misfits cars running nose to tail. Bear in mind, TCR, that black and white car are fighting misfits for the team's championship. Trog runs a little bit wide. They're still side by side. They're going to go through this fast right-hander side by side again. Woody runs really wide. He's off on the grass. The pair of them still side by side into the bottom corner. One of them's going to have to yield. They're both off. They're both in the wall. 69 car. Oh, he's over on his roof. Amazing. He's been able to get that car moving against. I'll be surprised if that car's not got damage. So once again, Audi versus Audi. Sean's come off the back of the grid. He's now knocking on the top 5 here. Skunk Eye's the guy that's in his way at the moment as he goes down the main straight. The 55 car versus the 420. This looks like from the back of the grid, from dead last in 16th, that Sean might be about to get a top 5 finish here. So he throws it down the inside. Really late move. He tries to go for it. Backs out a little bit. He's still got his front nose in there. And it looks like you've got one of the misfit cars pulling off. But that is the 55 car now up into 5th place from the back of the grid. I don't think Sean's settled here with the top 5 place. He's thinking about going for 4th here. He can see the podium just in front of him. He tries to go around the outside. It's Sabine in the CMB Artworks car. Fantastic looking livery. Blue and yellow versus blue and yellow. But Sean in the 55 car definitely has the measure of the 37 at the moment. He's still got on the inside. Sabine runs a little bit wide. Is that going to allow Skunk Eye to get through? But it's allowed Sean to get up to 4th. This guy, though, he's been absolutely unchallenged through the entirety of this race. The 10 car's going to come through. Trap Flash, he's going to take his first victory here in the CMB Artworks Track World Touring Car Championship. Crosses the line. So Lawless comes home second. McCallboy completes the podium. From the back of the grid, Sean S91 in the Audi comes home in 4th, with Sabine taking the AM victory and coming home in 5th place. Skunk Eye comes home in 6th, looking to take over the championship lead from AMS Mercs, while Killer Hoodie in 7th. Dewa Snake Eye in 8th. It's Cream completes the top 9 with Track Knight in P10. Postcode Tom in 11th with Sketch in 12th. A decent run considering the issues they had. And Kraus completes the top 13. Hostile Badger 14th. Sonic Trog 15th. Then completing the field are Woody and Griffiths Maximus, who both failed to see the flag. So for the second time tonight, we're ready to go racing here at Lime Rock. Lights go out. Really good start again from the front row. Remember, this time there's restrictions to play, so the guys at the front have a little bit less grip. But Sabine in the BMW, really quick start. They're going 3 wide already once again, as you got McCallboy on the inside there. And Snake Eye, one of the Chevrolets, goes towards the outside. Snake Eye and the Hondas around again. The TCR car's going off. It's kicking off immediately here at Lime Rock. Lawless, though, still holding on to second place, but it's Flash that holds the lead at the moment. Sean's getting in there for the podium. He's going to be looking to maybe capitalise and take a victory here as they head down the back straight. Contact in the background there as you've got, looks like a car getting turned around in the background. Looks like McCallboy's being spun. So a little bit of contact towards the back end of the field, but Lawless there in second place. Sean is up to 3rd. Sabine, the leading AM driver, in 4th place at the moment, but it is Trap Flash once again here at Lime Rock, who holds on to the victory at the moment. In towards the bottom corner to put the first lap in the book. Lawless, though, he's charging here to try and keep Sean in the 55 car behind, but it's not enough. Sean goes down the inside. He's going to get it before they even turn in towards the corner. A really good run for the 55 car here at Lime Rock so far. He's done a challenge early on for the victory. He's not going to wait and get this done. Let's take a look at what happened behind. This is on board with Skunk Eye. He had a decent view of this. This is McCallboy on the inside, the 59 car. Looks like Skunk Eye's got a bit of a tap, and he's been forced into the back of the Mercedes. And there goes Snake Eye. Snake Eye's the one that spun him round. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. This is on board with the Honda now. He's at a ripper start. He's right on the back of Snake Eye after that early off. He's the one that tags the back of Snake Eye. He goes the inside, tries to miss the Mercedes. The Mercedes comes across the front, and that is the end of that. So Snake Eye's not hanging around here. He's right on the back of the BMW. Sabine in the 37 car, leading AM driver. He's really losing out to the top 3 in front. You can just see the back of the cars that are streaking away the distance. Skunk Eye tries to force it too wide through this fast right-hander. There's only really one line here, so he's not going to go for it this time. He's still looking down the inside, but this is bringing Sketch, Creamed, and I believe that's Sonic Trog and Hoodie as well there, not too far behind. Look at that stack of cars as Sketch runs a touch wide, clips the grass. Sabine really trying to hang on here to 4th place at the moment. There's the 14 car getting into this. Sketch goes towards the inside, tries to go defensive. The 420 car's looking to fire it down the inside. 37 again, we're going to go 3 wide. Sketch throws it down the inside. A proper little send there from the 88 car, gets a place on Skunk Eye. Fantastic move from the 88 right on the back of Sabine, but Skunk Eye's going to throw it around their outside to try and get the place. That's going to give them the inside for the next corner. Cream's in there as well. Fantastic respect being shown between these touring car drivers. Sketch runs wide, Sketch is off the road. You got the 420 car, looks like the 14 is off the road as well. That's Profit and Cream. Cream goes off as well. This looks like a race that no one wants to be in the top 5 of. Cream hangs on. what's going to happen as we get towards the top. Sketch is still in position there. Woody's come through as well. So that looks like the Misfits cars in with a good shout here. And it looks like the second Misfits and Snake Eyes in there as well. There's a massive amount of cars in this at the moment. Contact as one of the, that's the 69 car. Trog goes off again. Second time he goes off. This time he keeps it on all four wheels and should easily be able to get back on the track. So back with Flash at the front. This time, instead of running away, he's under pressure there from the 55 car. These top three really have broken away at the front. So the 55 car really pressuring the 10 at the moment. Flash trying to soak up that pressure as Sean S91 in the Audi is applying it about as hard as he can. Flash is having to go defensive here. Sean's all over the rear of that Honda. They're going to go side by side into this little complex as they head down towards that bottom right-hander. Who's going to be able to get through? Sean gets the place. Flash thinks the discretion is the better part of valor there and gives the place. He sits right on the rear bumper of that Audi. This fight is not over yet. Sean has the potential now to try and gallop off in the distance, but Flash is going to do absolutely everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen. Takes a little bit of a better line through there, but you can see the Audi is just starting to pull away down the straight. A little bit of more straight line speed there. Back with this fight a little bit further behind, and you've got Sketch that's really soaking up the pressure there from the two cars behind. There's Knights that goes really sideways. This is going to give Hoodie in the 14 car everything that he needs to try and get past him. He's going to do it before they even get down the straight and over the line. So the 14 car, the 127 goes to the inside. That silver Audi throws it down the inside. Contact as the 14 car goes out wide. So as one of the DC car loses the lead, this one of Cream is trying to do everything he can to get himself up towards the front of the field. First he has to dispatch Sabine in the BMW, gets a better exit through that corner, but Sabine's got him covered. He knows he's going to potentially try and move down the inside, but that line is going to compromise Sabine. Sabine runs out wide. Again, he's trying to go defensive into the final corner. Cream goes onto the racing line. He's pushing that BMW as hard as he can through that bottom corner. Looks like Snake Eyes just exited, stayed left, but down the main straight, Sabine is signaling his intention straight away. He's going defensive. Cream's going to go try and take the outside line and maybe switch towards the inside. He's not. He's going to go straight around the outside of the BMW. Awesome move there for the 45 car. Just gets the car in front before they turn into the next corner. So back with these guys. Sketch is soaking up a load of pressure from Hoodie and Tom as they head in towards this bottom corner. Sketch has made a little bit of a mistake though. They've run a touch wide. That's like both of these cars through. That's what a little mistake can cost you in the World Touring Car Championship. But the 43 car is now leading that fight. You've got McCallboy coming into this as well. He was punted off at the start. Tom runs wide in the 43. Gets the Audi all sideways. The 14 of Hoodie is trying to get in there. The 88 of Sketch is going through as well. That grey and blue machine trying to get past that TCR machine. But McCallboy's in there as well. This is now Mercedes on Mercedes battle. The only two Mercedes in the championship. And they're running nose to tail on track here at Lime Rock. McCallboy tries to go down the inside, heading towards the fast right-hander. He's not able to go for it just yet. Sketch soaking up the pressure that's being applied from these veterans of the championship. Quite a lot of these guys have done this sort of stuff before. First time we've seen Sketch in the championship, and she's doing extremely well to soak the pressure up from some of the people that are throwing the pressure at them. Sketch has a little bit of a slide on there, so does McCallboy, but manages to hang on. A lap or two later, and McCallboy's still under the rear wing of that Mercedes. Sketch really soaking up the pressure here, doing fantastic. McCallboy though tries to run around the outside, not close enough to go for it. This is going to be the run now. Sketch runs wide on the exit. That's going to give McCallboy in the 59 the chance to get past the 88. Moves over to the right hand side of the track, and it's going to be a pretty simple overtake there. McCallboy yeets it down the inside there in towards turn number 1, but they've outbraked themselves. They've hit the grass, and maybe the 88's gone through. They might see Kraus and the 46 car come through as well. So what looked like an easy overtake for the 59, it's ended up in a small mistake and ended up costing them time, but look how quickly they've been able to get it back. Awesome driving there from McCallboy to pull right onto the rear bumper of that Mercedes once again. This fight is not over by any stretch of the imagination as they head through that fast right-hander once again. You can see how close they are. There's absolutely nothing between these cars. You can cut the tension in here with the cricket stump as they fire through the right-hander now, both taking as much curve as they can. McCallboy using all the circuits, Sketch not quite using enough, and that gives McCallboy the better run. You can see the gaggle of cars over. It's been pulled into this fight. The longer these guys fight, the more cars that are going to get involved in this. Down the main straight, the 88 goes across the line first. The 59 is just behind. That's the 46 getting in there. Trog's on this one as well. And it looks like the 13 of Griffiths and the 181 of Badger are behind there as well. This is now 6 cars nose to tail. What was a 2-car fight now has up to 6 cars in it. That's the 46 of Kraus trying to get past these guys. McCallboy, though, doing really well to stick on terms of Sketch at the moment, but Kraus is about to lose a position there. Trog tried to go around the outside, nothing doing at the moment. in towards that fast right-hander once again. Sketch doing a fantastic job to keep these guys behind them. But it looks like it's all going to be in vain at this rate as the more and more cars getting Badger's feeling racing as well. He's going side by side with Trog. There was a lockup from Griffiths as Badger and Trog go off the TCR car. So what was a 6-car battle now drops down to 3 as you got the 2 Tweets cars running nose to tail. Kraus is now going for the move on McCallboy. This is what they were scared about. McCallboy could have lost the place. Now they have lost the place. Decent move from the 46 down the straight to be able to get the car down under braking. Sketch runs wide as well. So this could be 2 positions for the price of 1 here. Kraus is still fighting it. McCallboy's trying to hold on, but loses the place to the Demon Tweet Chevrolet. Sketch could be about to lose a place now. So the smart money from McCallboy would be to let Kraus have a crack at attacking the car in front and see if they can make any progress where McCallboy couldn't. So with one of the DC cars already on the podium, Cream's trying to make it 2 for 2 as he's now trying to get 3rd place off Lawless in that black and orange car. He tries to go down the inside of the final corner. This is going to be brave. It's going to end up in contact and they're not careful. Brilliant, respectful racing between those two. The 45 car gets the place and jumps onto the podium. Makes it 2 DC cars on the top in the top 3. But Lawless, though, really under pressure now. He might be about to lose out on their 4th place to Snake Eye behind. The DOR car's really caught up, so it could end up being 4th place on the road for DOR boy. But you might end up with a bit of an inquiry later on, thanks to the incident at the start of this race with the McCallboy. Cream, though, doesn't look too happy with that car. He might not be able to stretch away, but Snake Eye looks really happy at the moment. He's right up under the rear wing again of that Audi as he head in towards the fast right-hander. He's not going to go for the move just here. He's going to bide his time. Lawless runs wide, though, on the exit, side by side now in towards that top right-hander. Snake Eye takes off 4th position there from Lawless. Lawless now from 3rd in 1 lap. He's now down out inside the top 5. So really poor run there. At the front, this is almost a fairy tale for Sean. He started the first race dead last after a penalty. He came home 4th in race 1. He's about to come across the line and take victory. Flash comes home 2nd with Cream putting 2 DC cars in the top 3. Snake Eye makes it 4 Hondas in the top 5 with Lawless completing the top 5 himself. Knights takes the AM win ahead of Sabine and Postcode Tom in P8. Hoodie and Kraus complete the top 10 for Chevrolet. P11's WRT McCallboy, Griffiths Maximus in 12th. Sketch after a decent run comes home 13th. Trog 14th. Badger comes home 15th. Skunk Eye comes home P16 and complete the 17 runners is Trap Woody. After those 2 crazy races, let's see how the championship looks. AMS Merc still holds the top, but his lead is now cut down to 48 points. Skunk Eye moves up to 2nd and Colby complete the top 3. It's Cream, DOR, Snake Eye complete the top 5. Sean, despite his penalties, is still there in 6th place, with Trap Flash and Twisted Bliss falling down to 8th place. Knights holds on to the lead in the AM category, but Hostile Banjo takes over 2nd place and completes the top 10. Cassidy still in 11th with Postcode Tom moving up to 12th. Hoodie also moves in front of Stug, who drops to 14th, with Mike complete the top 15. Sonic Trog now gets in front of Track John, and Track Lawless moves up to 18th, with Sabine and Kraus completing the top 20. The second of the team Tweets cars is there in 21st, with Sketch not too far behind in 22nd. VR Impreza falls down to 23rd, with Kragadon and Tactical complete the top 25. Woody moves his way to 26 with PTG Ewok, Track Fishers, PTG Platinum, SVR Mercy completing the top 30, with ORB Roadhog, Randyman and PTG Nando completing all of the runners. Thanks to the missing drivers as well, there is a massive change in the team's championship. Team DC take over the top spot, but they're now over 600 points clear of Rapid Response Racing thanks to them missing one of their drivers. The Iron Ladies fall down to 3rd place with Fueled by JD holding on to 4th. TCR take over 5th position from the Misfits, with Team Tweaks moving up the order. Lordo Racing and PTG Cookie Monsters complete the top 10 along with the Sneaky Boys. So after those crazy races, it's easy to forget that we're still not finished here. We've got 2 rounds left to go, the next of which is going to take place at Indianapolis. If you like what you see and you want to see more, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you at Indy.